The certification tests really ask you to take a broad overview of the platform and understand how the pieces and the capabilities provided on the platform can be used to fit together in order to deliver a solution for a customer.
Certification proves that an engineer not only has that real-world experience, but also has the technical knowledge to be able to be certified and to operate at the level that is required.
What certification offers that experience doesn't is peace of mind. I'm not only talking about self-confidence, but also for our customers. Having us certified working on their projects really gives them peace of mind that they're working with a partner who really knows what they're doing.
Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Kumospace. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to this link right here, kumospace.com/cloudcoach. It's going to take you to a page that looks just like this, and you're going to want to click one of these three sign-in buttons. I'm going to use sign in with Google. So it'll probably prompt you for what account you want to use, and for me, it just selected it by itself. It'll then, once you're here, it'll probably prompt you and say, hey, can I have camera access? Can I have microphone access? You're going to want to just click allow, and you can select what all you want here. You can also change your name for your little icon that shows up inside each room. So then you're going to want to click the join button. Then you're going to want to click on one of these three lobbies. You can see how many people are in each lobby, so you're probably going to want to find a lobby that has someone else. There's no one here right now because the event isn't up yet. So you're going to want to click on this lobby, and then once you join, you'll be greeted with a little entrance that looks just like this. You can zoom out, and if you pull up the map here, you can see the whole thing, and you can just click anywhere and it will take you there. If you click over to here, you'll be able to see this YouTube video, and everyone will see the same YouTube video playing at the same time. So that's super neat. Another thing is that if you see this little circle that's here, anyone within this circle will be able to hear you and see you if you have your camera on. And you'll be able to see or hear anyone within this circle. So that's super cool, and it allows you to have a little bit of privacy while also having these kind of opener conversations where people can join in. And that's super neat. There's also a bunch of different stuff you can interact with, like this, and it'll show little icons here. You can also give these little react symbols, and that's all the main functions of Kumospace.
Hello guys. Welcome to 30 Days of Google Cloud. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. And for those of you who have been hanging around for the past couple of weeks, welcome back, guys. It's good to have you. My name is John Michael. I'm a DSC lead at Lone Star College. Today's topic is cloud endpoints. I'm going to go and recap for what we have been doing for the last couple of weeks, for those who have not been around. So for the last couple of weeks, we have looked at what Google Cloud has to offer. We started on with fundamentals, cloud fundamentals. We went to infrastructure, and we looked at networking and had workshops on it too, which leads us to the second part of infrastructure workshop. We just had a video showing that how we can join Kumospace and Quick Labs. So what's our agenda today? What we'll be doing today is we get to know what endpoints are, or what an endpoint is. our Google Cloud endpoints are. We get to see some use cases of it, and then some benefits of endpoints. And lastly, we get to have some hands-on experience on this. So what are endpoints? What are Google Cloud endpoints? So Google Cloud endpoints is a cloud API management system. What it provides you with is security for your API. It will enable you to monitor your API and analyze how it's performing and set quotas on limits on your API. So cloud endpoints, basically, to summarize that, it's a service which will enable you to develop, deploy, and manage your API in any Google Cloud backend. So in today's world, we have APIs which we consume from day to day. Like we consume them even not knowing we are doing it. So this is where cloud endpoints come to the rescue. So it's a crucial part when it comes to monitoring your APIs and logging. If there's something wrong with your API, it's gonna log it, and you know what's wrong with it and what is happening with your API at a particular time, or who did what with your API. So basically, it will just tell you how your API is doing, and above all, it makes your API very performant. And we go ahead to the benefits of this, the benefits of Google Cloud Endpoints. So one of the benefits is you can integrate it with different services in Google. One of them is Firebase, for example. And the other reason why cloud endpoints are important, it's because when it comes to software which is architected in a microservice way, you'll be able to ensure secure communication between them. Without wasting any time, we'll proceed and go to the lab, get some hands-on skills on these endpoints, make one and see how they work. To do this, head on to astudents.quicklabs. If you get here, you have different parts which you can enroll in and get some hands-on skills, and while earning some badges which you can actually show off to potential employers. So I'm going to enroll in the infrastructure one. It's taking a while. And here we are. Tractor. And here we are. Let's try and find the lab on cloud endpoints. Let's do this again.
John, you're on the right track.
Yeah. So you can search in for lab you wanna do. For a case we are working on cloud endpoints today. Let's try and find it manually.
John, go back to the previous tab you had open. Not that one, the one before, right after Hey Students. Go back to Hey Students again. There you go. So click Infrastructure, Enroll. So this is going to take you to, again, you're going to go through the system. And then the reason for this is, so enter the code. It thinks you're a bard because you're trying to get onto this meeting.
So bridges.
By the way, those who are listening in, if this is an issue, you need to clean up your cache or try to open this platform on an incognito window, and it always solves it. And then this is very convenient because you don't need to pre-order any of the codes before. Let's hit submit. Now wait, be patient. I think now you see that blue button at the bottom.
Right here.
Next, yeah. There you go. Click that. No, click that. Yep. There you go. How is your network, by the way, John? Somebody's watching Netflix by the looks of it.
People are out of school, so.
Okay, now what you do is you hit the sandwich button at the top left.
This one?
Sorry, top left. That's your left side. You see the home button? Next to the home button, you see the little sandwich bar, the three. Nope.
Sorry.
You see the home button, right? Top left side.
My computer is acting up. Just a minute. Bear with me.
Nice screensaver.
Thank you.
Anybody else having issues? Please put your questions on the chat, and we can help answer. Okay, let's go back. There you go. Now you see the labs there? Yeah, right there. There you go. That's another option. That's the video, the lab. There you
go. So guys, you can go along and on your own time, go through the videos, and you'll be able to get a better clue and more details on what endpoints are and their purpose. And yeah, for now, we are going to go ahead and start on the lab on endpoints. So if you get here, all you do is click Start Lab. And I gotta tell them I'm not a robot again, so right.
You gotta use your subscription. There you go. Yeah. So John, you just created an incognito window.
Okay, so after you get here, you'll open Google Cloud in console. All you have to do from here is just copy the credentials from here, and you'll be able to access the Google Cloud portal. You have to accept. And here we are. So to get started, choose your country before you get into the portal and accept the terms and conditions. And then all you have to do now is follow the lab, and we'll be able to create our endpoint. So we have some introduction to what APIs are in this lab. What we'll be doing, we'll be deploying a sample API through Google Cloud Endpoints. A brief definition, which is what endpoints are. It's a set of tools for generating APIs within App Engine application. REST APIs. So what we'll be doing is this is what we will. The sample code will include a REST API, which we'll be able to query, and which will be able to query to find the name of an airport from its 3 letters. It a code, for example, the SFO, JFK. As we go on, we will upload a script which contains the API configuration to the Google Cloud. The script will go ahead and deploy a Google Cloud App Engine, which is flexible for hosting APIs. After that, we'll send requests to the API, and we'll be able to view the data, and we'll be able to see the activity of our API is doing. So these are the steps. Before you click on the start button, I already did that. So let's begin from step 1. We already did this. We signed in. Now it's our time to activate Cloud Shell and get some hands-on experience with Cloud Endpoints. So to launch Cloud Shell, you click this button over here, and it'll be able to launch it. And then we'll be able to run our commands from there, or our scripts. It's connecting. And we are set. So it talks about the Cloud Shell. So basically, a Cloud Shell is a virtual machine that is loaded with development tools, offers persistent. So in the Cloud Console, that's the button we just clicked, and we click Continue, and our Cloud Shell is up and running, as you can see over here. So it's basically a command line, like for those who have used Windows and Linux. So here is our first command, which is gcloud outlist, which lists the active account name in this subscription we have. So I'm gonna copy this code and paste it right here, and we should be able to get a list of authorized credentials, but since it's just one, we will get something similar to this. right there. And then we proceed and list the project ID command, which with this command down here, the gcloud config list project, we get our project ID. So I'm going to copy paste command and see what happens, see if we get a project back. So we have your active configuration. It returns the configuration once again. Let's try and do it again. We'll proceed and go to getting the sample code. So this script will get us the sample API, which we will later on query and get some information from it. And when that script is done running, we're gonna cd, we're gonna try and get into the part where we have our API or endpoint. So now you are able to see the path for the directory we're in. So what have we done so far? We have deployed an endpoint. We have deployed an endpoint configuration and deployed the backend API. So now we're gonna get into scripts. And as you can see, the path has changed from endpoints start, and now it's it's a script which is inside the folder. So now it's time to deploy our API. So this one, it's so this command over here, what does it do? It uses the host field configuration field, the service to deploy the SH script, sets and ID your cloud project as part of name configured when you prepare configuration file. So let's see what this command does. It might take a while. So as it loads, let's see what the script does. So it sets the ID of your cloud project as part of the name configured in the host. When you prepare an open API configuration file for your own service, you will need to do it manually. Basically what it says is that we have to set manually the ID of our cloud project. but over here in this lab, it had been said when we deployed the API. So now, so as it is creating configured, so it says we can ignore the warning, of which we didn't get any warning. It's still running. That displays your service configuration ID. Now we're still waiting for it to complete. Let me just extend this so that we can see what's happening. So there's the warning they were talking about. We're being told to ignore it. To ignore it because OpenAPI.yaml does not require an API key. So now let's copy this code right here. And our service is not found. And like this service. Okay. So we have deployed our endpoint. Now let's go ahead and deploy the API backend. So what have we done so far? We have deployed the API configuration to service management, but we have not yet deployed the code that will serve the API backend. The script, if you remember, we did copy paste this command right above. So it says that the script included a lab sample which creates an app engine. And it talks about how an app engine is a flexible environment to host your API. And then the script deploys the API to App Engine. To deploy the API backend, make sure you are in the endpoint. So this is the right path you should be. If you are following along, make sure you are in endpoints quickstart/scripts, and that's where we are. Okay, so let's deploy our backend. The script deploys our backend. So as you can see, it's creating an app engine in the project, and the region is set to US Central. And say it takes a couple of minutes. So we have the region US Central. That's my region. So this script does a lot in the background, like pulling images and yeah, from Docker. Okay. So we should be able to see this. The help is now created. Oh, here's what it does. So the script goes to the gcloud and deploy command. To deploy the sample API to App Engine, you then see the line deploying. The time deploy service. Okay, let's check our work and not yet. Oh, it's still running. We do have our warning. It's preparing. Updating default service. Still working on it. As you do this, let's revisit on the couple of scripts we've just run. So deploy, basically all it does is it's a script. So first you will create an app engine in the US Central region, and then that's all done. Then we have the gcloud deploy. We will also deploy a sample API to the app engine after it deploys the app engine. So we would be waiting until we see this in the Cloud Shell.
John was gonna. Are we waiting for something? Or it's still waiting?
Yeah, um, it's still working on it.
We have
Uh,
Michael Foster in the house. Michael, do you want to join us while we wait?
My room's a little messy.
That's okay. John, while we wait, how like so you taught this yourself? You went through this yourself. Tell us a
I
little bit about Lone Star College.
um, actually just finished.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your question again?
No, no, I was asking because you never introduced yourself. Which school you're from?
I did.
So where is Lone Star College?
So Lone Star College is in Houston, Texas.
Okay,
Um, it's a
and you?
small,
It's a small community college.
yeah, it's a small community college, which is a good thing because you get all the attention from professors.
Oh, that's good.
Um, yeah, that's the good part about it.
And you're a computer science major.
Yes, I am. I'm a computer science major.
Awesome. Michael, I know we put you on. Do you have any questions? How is the labs? How is the 30 days going? Were you able to complete any of the other quests?
Yeah, so I am working on labs right now. I got through the first module and did the challenge lab last week. I'm trying to pace me and Indiana University to get a module done per week and then try the challenge labs on our own.
Okay. So interestingly enough, we managed to pull the data slowly now, and we are working on the display. So that display should go out anytime soon once Dalton figure out the code, and then you'll start seeing the dashboard being populated. So don't worry. And also, we'll make an announcement for anybody who registered. We'll send out an email with all the updates. So that way you all have access to the competition part of it, and then you will know what you're going to get as a DSC lead as well. So, anyways, back to John.
Yeah. So if you kind of get lost on which command you run last, you can click the up arrow key and you'll be able to know what you ran last. So we deployed the forecast. That was the command we ran last.
John, you can move your car down.
Sure. I got it.
And my dad said I can go too.
All right, that's nice. Let me finish up something and I'll join you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's my niece Sophie. Um, So finally, the command for so we deployed the virtual not the virtual machine, the Harp engine, and now our API is fully deployed. So after that, you go and get your work checked or your endpoint checked. Our next quest is sending requests to our API. So that's what we'll be doing. So we have developed the API. We have deployed the API, and now it's time to send requests because that's what APIs are made for, right? Still working on it. As it goes on, let's see what we'll be doing. So it's time to query our API. So this script echoes the curl. Now this this is what we use to run our API. This command right here, and then we have a script which is called echoes curl, which echoes curl command and gives and uses the send to a request API and then displays the result. So after we run this, we'll be able to say something like this at the console, which is we'll send a request to like http:// that's the path it will send its request, and then it will get it from airport. So the API x1 query parameter, which is IATA code, that will send valid that it is set to a valid IATA airport code such as Seattle or JFK. To test, we will have to run this to see if we have API still running. Nice. It's done. So now it's time to send requests to our API.
Emergency! Bubble! Emergency! Bubble!
So our command is run, the query API command. Let's see what it did. So after running this, so after running the query command, that's what it returns. Come on. Sorry guys, my computer kind of lost track of.
I think just give it some time. It will refresh.
How about I restart it? Will I lose everything?
If you restart, yes. Don't restart. Just give it some time.
Okay.
And if you have unnecessary tabs open or other programs running, just turn it off as well. And I have a feeling the connection has a big thing to do too. So maybe what we need to do is cut your camera off, and then I'll just go full screen with your
Okay.
display. But we can still hear you, but the camera will be off, just like mine.
Um,
Do that on StreamYard.
oh, it's back. Okay. So where were we? We queried our API, and this is what it returned. It responded with. So let's inspect the query. So, so this command sends a request to the API, then displays the result. You see something like this, which is what we have right here. San Francisco International Airport. Now, the API expects one parameter that is set to a valid IATA code such as C or JFK. To test, we will have to run this one. So let's query the API again, and so after we ran this query, our API responded with this. So we sent it JFK, and it returned. It responded by sending us John F. Kennedy International Airport. We'll go ahead and check our our progress. And that's and we have completed the assignment. So let's recap what have we done so far. So we set up. What we did was set up. We started the lab, and we activated PowerShell. Not PowerShell. We activated Cloud Shell. We had the code sample from this script, and then we deployed the endpoint configuration. We deployed the backend API, and we send requests. That's what we just did now, and it responded. So we're doing pretty good right now. So now let's track our API activity. If you remember that endpoint cloud endpoints, one of its purposes is to track and manage security, and making sure your API is available. As you can see, it was available. So now let's track the activity of our API. To do that, we'll run this script. So this script will populate the graphs and logs, and then it generates a request in a loop and automatically 5 times output and sends the script. So we have to click Ctrl+C to stop it from looping and sending and generating the requests. So generate traffic.sh, and it should run for a couple of times, and then we will stop it. Let's go ahead and stop it. Ctrl+C. And it. So in the console, we have to click on the tool point, the tool sections, and look at the activity of our API, the graph activity of our API. So if we click on you should be able to see. Close all these tabs. So let's look at this again. In the console, in the endpoints tool section, look at the activity. So what we want to do now is look at what has been happening to our API. I'm gonna have to run the traffic command again. So this is generating traffic. To a section. So what I'm looking for is tools section. So we can see our API activity. Sorry for permission. So at the bottom of the hand, I'll just go ahead and wait for the command to exit automatically, and see if we get the view. We get to view the logs for our API.
Hey, John, how are we doing?
I'm trying to view the logs, but I'm having some issue with it.
Issue with the instruction part, or is it just the waiting for the response to come in?
Issue with the instructions. So I went ahead and executed this command,
Okay.
which is supposed to generate traffic, and do you have an idea where I can find the view logs?
Try the. Okay, hold on a second. Can you open editor?
Run the command again?
Yeah, run the command again. Hover over the three dots on the top right. Middle right, on top of the console.
On top of the console right here?
All the way at the top.
Oh, over
The
there.
other three, yeah. Hit the question mark and type view logs. Another one at the top, right next to the bell. No, right. So you see the question mark there? Yeah. Type view logs. And the help.
Should I?
See, viewing logs on legacy logs. Logs Cloud Run. This is not Cloud Run. Okay, so click. Let's go back to the click on the console.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a second. You hitting the server there. Okay, John. So what are you thinking? We got 3 minutes for the lab.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the tools section.
Okay, what we got to do is then we got to wrap this up, and all the viewers should go through the lab on your own pace, get it done, complete it, practice it as you go through. Maybe what happened here was, John, some of those fundamental elements are explained in the previous lab that we maybe missed out. So my advice is go through each and every module that we mapped out from the breakdowns that we have. So the fundamental scores, then jump into the infrastructure, but go through all the labs at your own pace. Now, here's the thing. The purpose of this session is to encourage you to get to play with Quick Labs and discover it on your own on pace. You have 30 days to go through it and see how much you can learn on your own. And if you get stuck, then reach out to the community. So everybody who registered, we also have a mailing list. You'll get an email soon from us. So if you have any questions, you can put the question on the mailing list, and then somebody will be able to reply and answer. Let's see how that goes. So yeah, that being said, let's wrap things up, John. And we can add some notes to the event docs on YouTube where people can tune into. And does that make sound? Does that make good? Does that sound good? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining. And we have a super exciting event planned for tomorrow. We have a guest speaker. We do have two senior developers joining in. So I'm going to quickly put the banner up. We're going to be talking about networking and security on Google Cloud. I'm just going to play the reel, and then we're going to wrap up after this.
Hey there, it's Seth again, and welcome to the module, Let Google Keep an Eye on Things. In this module, you'll learn about automation and monitoring in the cloud. So far, in this Google Cloud Computing Foundations course, you've learned what the cloud is, the Google Cloud Platform, and how to use Google Cloud Platform to build applications. You then explored storage options, the role of APIs, cloud security, and networking. In this module, you'll look at the role Google Cloud can play in automating the creation and management of your GCP resources, as well as ensuring your infrastructure and applications are running optimally. The objective of this module is to identify cloud automation and management tools. The specific learning objectives to achieve this include to introduce infrastructure as code, discuss Google Cloud Deployment Manager as an infrastructure as code option, explain the role of monitoring, logging, tracing, debugging, and error reporting in the cloud, and to describe using Stackdriver for monitoring, logging, tracing, debugging, and error reporting. This agenda shows the topics that make up the module. The module starts with an introduction to infrastructure as code, before moving on to Cloud Deployment Manager as an infrastructure as code tool. You'll then learn the importance of monitoring and managing existing services, applications, and infrastructure before you look at the integrated tools that make up Google Stackdriver. To end the module, you'll complete a hands-on lab where you'll monitor the metrics provided by project virtual machines in Stackdriver before you complete a short quiz and review the main learning points of the module.